Okay, I don't know if he had to flash.
Oh, well, he
was
felt
really,
like he had to.
Yeah, he was really high HP. I'm surprised he flashed there. He had the heal from Fleshy as well. And it's a level 2 Syndra. Like, yeah, she has to scatter the weak stun, but I think he was a little bit preemptive there.
I mean, possibly. I think
Skewmon is pathing bot, so if he got really chunked, that is definitely a threat. And he also didn't know where Skewmon was.
Yeah, he could have been level 3, right? And Skewmon is now moving across for the level 3. Fleshy is going to face check into him. The Sonic Wave Resonating Strike just forces Fleshy to use the grand entrance away. Fiesta! Ooh. He flashed forward, he still gets him!
The delayed electrocute!
Oh, that was nice. Fiesta had a great start to game 1, and now is doing exactly the same here in game 2.
He's putting on a party here in Paris. Very nice from Fiesta, bringing some life for Vitality in game number 2 here. Kind of want to see a replay to see exactly how that went down. We saw a lot of trades in the mid lane, but it looked
really nicely done from Fiesta. Fleshy now and LeBron in mid because they're level 3. So why would they not be in mid lane at this point? Neither of them have returned to base yet. It is unsealed Spellbook on the Rakan. Sometimes we see Guardian. Sometimes we see Electrocute as well if you really want to try and get some burst damage in lane, but you're not really in lane at the moment on support. So LeBron was looking there, thinking perhaps he could Zenith Blade onto Fleshy. Decides against it. Fiesta with a good chunk on caps. Another chain landing. There's the follow-up. Oh, Fiesta! He's just having an absolute joyous time in mid lane.
Another great play from Fiesta. He catches caps off guard with the chain, and then it's a CC chain with Fleshy flashing in to land the grand entrance. And Caps wanted to try to charm Fleshy, but wasn't able to get it. That's why Caps felt comfortable holding on to his own flash, because he thought he could always just cancel Fleshy with the charm himself.
Instead of showing the gold for killing a ward, it shows like at value something.
I thought they were just getting infinite gold.
It's a stack overflow of gold as the Sonic Wave is going to hit from Skewmon. Red buff there for the slow. They'll chase onto Fiesta. Tempest Cripple as well. Reveals Fiesta and Caps. He gets him with the order, gets the shut down. The Orb of Deception deceived us in the fact that it missed, but Caps still had that right click to secure the kill.
And Fiesta was so close to level 6. He only needed a few more minions to die and he would have been completely fine there, but Skewmon was there, able to punish Fiesta with the fact that he used the flash earlier to solo kill Caps. That puts some gold back in Caps' pocket and pretty much completely equalizes the lead that Fiesta.
Because they are looking at poke into tanks, and the further ahead you can get, the better it is. As Caps continues to trade with Fiesta, who uses his Mimic, will land the chains. LeBron flash Zenith Blade, shielded Daybreak there for the stun, all the deception out as well. Spirit Rush available for Caps. There's the exhaust, and Fiesta, he's feeling himself a little too much.
I mean, G2 support jungle are there ready to fight, while the support jungle from Vitality were thinking about the Ocean Dragon. And with the fact that they lost their mid laner, they're going to be forced out of their own jungle.
Great triple man scout of the week. Kazi able to satchel away. Dragon's Rage kick for the knockback and the chase with the Sonic Wave. I think Vitality thought the G2 were just going to go for the Gromp or the blue buff or the Drake.
And then get 2 grubs for themselves. Still a 1,000 gold lead for G2, and they remain in control as they've piloted these lanes pretty nicely. Broken Blade actually with the CS lead up in top lane has... It's a pretty good chunk, but he's not going to go for the ultimate just yet.
Yeah, I don't think that's an all-out situation, right? You're too close to the wall. There's no real way you can drag Knuckle a long way away from his tower. If he'd been positioned closer towards the tri-bush wall, then you drag him across and see if you can get the kill. But you have a lot of armor already with the helm, with the chain vest, and with the plated steel Caps as Caps rushes forward and Fiesta feels it. Caps predicting it. That was well played.
Caps took the solo kill personally, it looks like. He's starting to look angry, taking down Fiesta, and the solo lanes are starting to go more and more in favor of G2.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
I mean, Broken Blade, I guess, is still behind Knuckle as expected. But Hans Summer in his bot lane solo lane also has a 600 gold lead, predominantly through farm. He's about 20 CS on Kazi.
Do much of anything here. He can hit the tower a little bit. I mean, Broken Blade is full armor. We'll have to see. I mean,
you do have Satchel, but I don't think they're going to be able to get through the place quickly enough. Another TP.
It's Fleshy with the unsealed spellbook.
So Fleshy will be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they get the cannon wave as well.
I was skeptical on this play, because I thought if Karsi's the only one TPing, it's a bit awkward, but with the unsealed spellbook, it's quite nice. It's now with Caps.
The Skewmon's here, and the charm hits first. Flash forward for the Sonic Wave, followed with a resonating strike to Skewmon. Dashes back to the distortion. And there's the chase further as Lynxes tries to flash away, but Skew gets a double. And I will say, in spring, I doubted this man's Lee Sin. It did not work well for G2 when we've seen it before. But here, 3-0 already on the pick. And G2 still defending topside while Hansama, left to his own devices in bot lane, has taken plate after plate after plate. He's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
And Carsey got some plates on top, but
they're
fighting the 2v3.
They're going to go in. There's the all-out as well, as Caps is here with a Spirit Rush. The Charm still connects onto him. Carsey flashes away, but Caps gets the kill. A follow-up solo player to take down Nako and Fleshy. Underneath the tower, the last lone survivor. The wave not here for G2. Fleshy's going to try and walk back to his Wukong and will get saved by the fact that Linces is on his way.
And Caps is doing so much damage on this map. Fiesta dashes forward, gets hit by the charm, and he tries to run, tries to flash away. Linces even tries to cancel the resonating strike, but he's not able to, and then Skumon is just landing all of these sonic waves. Can you ever blame the draft? As BB now gets
I'm not
hit by
blaming the draft.
Okay.
I'm saying the draft in combination with how the first 15 minutes have gone have not been advantageous for Vitality's chances of winning this match, as BB survives 3 people, goes all out. He went back in as he tried to dive onto Linces. The Mikhail's heal there in time. Meanwhile, G2 just pushed through the mid side.
BB's pretty tanky, yeah. You can see it takes quite a while to kill him.
Okay, he's now got a Negatron cloak. Basically doubled his MR. He's unkillable.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Vitality to deal with him. And even though they took down BB, they're still going to lose the mid tower. They're going to lose the Herald. I mean,
he's a bit ride or die.
Yeah, Fiesta kept playing aggressive, but it also felt like G2's, like Skumon and Lebrov, were very receptive and adaptive to that, while it felt like Linces and Fleshy were not on the same page whatsoever.
Agreed. And you do expect some of that in week 1. The solo play comes down, distortion away from Fiesta. He goes back in. Okay, it's hard to be receptive when you're doing that, Fiesta! What are they meant to do, dude? Linces on the enemy wolves! Linces can't be there!
Yeah, Fiesta might need a siesta after that one. That was
rough. Brave play. And I like the ambition. Just need to temper it a little bit, as Caps now has 14 stacks on his Medjais with... I mean, Fleshy escaped, he burnt his heal, his flash, his Mikhail's, his quickness. He did get out alive.
Nako trying to defend this top lane tower as well. But it does feel like G2 are still just really hard for Vitality to break the G2 formation. I think Fiesta is able to find a chain of the Broken Blade.
He tries to dash away.
He can land the second ultimate one.
Yeah, second chain would be good. Hansama's on his way across. Oh, never mind. Broken Blade's going all out just this once, and as the distortion comes out, it's deceased for Fiesta. Tries to dash across the wall, but Caps is just too damn charming.
Fiesta keeps trying to go for plays, but again, like Linces is farming Grom. Fleshy is...
I mean, Fleshy had nothing.
Yeah.
Like, Fleshy was probably still back in the
But it just feels like there are very little plays that, like, if you want to try to come back from a deficit, the way you do so is by... Is it a rush if it takes like 15 seconds? That's more like a take.
I mean, it probably takes more than 15 seconds as well.
So,
right?
so Vitality will have plenty of time to react, as Fiesta...
Ooh, distorts away, blind there, as he gets Tempest crippled as well. Linces on his way across, good chain out of Fiesta. Caps looking for Kazi in the mid lane, Orbit Deception coming out, there's the charm, and Kazi isn't quite gonna die before the quickness comes out from Fleshy to save his AD carry, but Caps flashes forward and gets the kill anyway. Meanwhile, Skumon was able to extricate himself. Labrov goes over the wall onto Linces, not sure that's where he wanted to end up. It's a double for Caps. The chase comes in with a Dragon's Rage. It's a triple for Caps. And after it looked like Vitality had been able to get themselves out, in the end, Caps just chases them down.
And Caps had a rough early game.
Yeah.
But he has bounced back so damn well and just taken full control of this game. He starts the fight off, taking down Carsey, and with that, the rest of the lineup can just run them down. They're going to run towards the Nash. BB might be in trouble, but I don't think so.
Yeah, he's really not.
Maybe 5 more chains and Fiesta can take him down, as G2 will be able to pick up the Nasher, and with that, they're up against the Ziggs, so Vitality does have pretty good wave clear, but you have to feel that this game is just on them.
Well, maybe the Mega Inferno one seals it. Kazi's got it. Is he going to yeet it towards him? No vision on the Baron right now. Chains go down until the Mega Inferno bomb.
Very early.
I mean, it also only did 500
damage.
Oh my god!
He got it!
Kazi got it with the Leandries! Fiesta jumps into the pit as well, as Fleshy and Hansama are traded. The Leandries from Kazi kills off the Baron. Fiesta will die to Caps. In fact, it's Skewmon who gets it in the end with the Tempest portion of the Tempest cripple. I mean, that's the way back in the game. I'm not sure it's enough for Vitality, but it will delay things.
Okay, so the Mega Inferno Bomb lands. Fleshy goes into the pit with the smite. So that's why Skewmon, I think Skewmon is the one who smites at 1400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Leandry's turn. It must be, right?
Leandry's Blackfire Torch. That does 68 damage?
I mean, it did enough.
It did enough. Vitality gets Nash. Let's see if they can make anything out of it. They're still facing down 8,000 gold lead,
yes.
And now
Soul point, yeah.
the Soul, I think the Infernal Dragon will spawn in like a minute and a half.
Agreed.
So
it's still not easy.
The Orb of Deception did the last 5% of damage.
I think Skewmon can 1v1 this Dragon's Rage. Skewmon only has the Sunder Sky and the Black Cleaver. Will chase into Nucko. Broken Blade's on his way across as well. Here comes Kazi. Dash forward from Skewmon. Hard to make it in from Broken Blade as he's just standing in the middle of 4 members of Vitality, and they can barely chip his armor. Unsummon's pushing through mid. Caps is up towards top side. Those are the damage dealers, by the way, for G2. It's Vitality trying to defend a 3-pronged approach. TP behind by Nucko. The flanking Jace is not a tactic I have often seen. Fleshy going in with the charm. That's going to run out before he gets to Caps. Nucko is now here. Caps is the universal taunt, and they can't get close to him. He just flashes away. And Vitality abandon their base for bare bones as the charm goes in from Caps, and he will foxfire you down. Chases onto Fleshy as well. Vitality invested everything into trying to kill Caps, and they couldn't even do that as Caps rushes across the wall, has another orb, gets another Spirit Rush, Fiesta steps forward, Caps gets another triple. As in the end, there's not much Vitality can do.
You know what, Medic? I thought yesterday, G2, they looked a bit slumpy.
Agreed.
But maybe MKOI are just a really good team. I'm really looking forward to Casey versus MKOI now.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series.
G2 look really, really good throughout this game. Caps decided to put the game on his back after a tough early game. They're taking them down in the base. I mean, Lince's, oh my god, he dies in the fountain.
What's Caps AP? It must be like $1 billion at this point, dude. The guy's hoarding all the AP for himself. We were told it would trickle down Caps, but apparently it all belongs to him. As G2 will clean it up, 2-0. Great performance by them on the day. A big step up, I think, from yesterday, because as you say, they were messy, and they will play with their food. Fiesta, the one bright spot for Vitality, I will say, but his aggression in the end was his downfall.
He tried and tried and tried, but it didn't work out for them. And Vitality, they have to be kicking themselves after such a tough start to the summer split. After they made a change to a roster that was so good in the regular season, they were what? They were 8-1, right?
Yeah.
Last regular season, they're already 2 losses now.
Yeah, and it's a struggle. And they're playing against some very good teams to start things off with a new lineup, as you say. We'll see if they can bounce back tomorrow. It will be a tricky one for them because they will be playing up against MKOI. G2 taking a bow, as you can vote for one of them in your Kia Player of the Series vote. Broken Blade, Skewmon, and Caps are your options. Caps, the only one to not be part of the bow, but also the one I think most likely to win the vote for Kia Player of the Series. He had an absolute stormer as we get ready to have an interview with him on the stage. And I will say, yes.